Well, we're right near the end of February, so I guess this is a mid to late winter update. It's been a long time since I talked to any of you guys. What have we been up to? All kinds of stuff. Got a little bit of a rim upgrade going on. That's cool. Got a few of those, 4 of those. There's one that's too wide. I'm going to sell later. I've been relatively busy, as always. Fiddly farting around in here. Got the old heater blowing. That's a noisy bit, isn't it? In fact, I'm going to turn it down because the gas only lasts so long. Anyways, water pump started leaking on this. Not a big deal. It was the one that came with the motor. And I don't know if you can see it or not, but this guy here, that's the, well, you can see it pretty clear there. This belt comes around and runs on a tensioner here. Well, the friggin' tensioner, I bought a cheap one, and you can see how far out of line it is. It doesn't come off, it works, but that's unacceptable. So I got a new tensioner, so I'm gonna do water pump and tensioner. I got the correct 302 rad hose on here. It's just set in place and cut to length. So when I do that work on the motor, I'll swap it to this one, or it's already kind of swapped, but it just gives me all the clearance I need in here, right? Because I had like a modified version of the top hose for the 351 Cleveland, and it wasn't very good. It was probably half an inch from the fan blades, and I don't trust that for long trips. Well, we'll go underneath for a minute. I'll get my light. Somebody thought this was a hook on the end of my hand. I thought I had a hook for a hand in one of my videos. That's pretty cool. Nope, just a light. Trouble light. Old school technology. But what did we do under here? So, not much to see now. I should have done some videos as we went along. But transmission's all bolted back up. What I did is the shift shaft seal there up on these guys was leaking pretty good, which they all do on the C4, C6, and this is the old FMX cast iron monster. But either way, got a new muffler installed finally. Not that that was a big deal. That was like 20 minutes work. Welder all in. I used a butt joint connector on here for the 3-inch pipe. I like that. Yeah, everything looks good. That's kind of cool because I can swap that muffler in and out. If I want to change to something else later, I will. Well, the old floors look pretty good, I guess. Good old traction action going on there. So, yeah. I'm just buttoning up everything now before I drop her back on the ground. We'll get a look at it with those new rims. I'll tell you, I'm happy. I love watch the old videos on this series, and I just can't believe the amount of freaking work I did. Not even sane to do that. But here we are. Hopefully it's going to be worth it. That's a Super 10 Flowmaster I went with. You know, not... There I was bitching about I didn't want anything with a lot of drone. Well, Super 10's about the most drone you can get, so there we go. New upper control arms. Looks to me like somebody shortened those springs. That might have been me as well. Pretty happy with that. New lower control arms. Those were already on, and we rebuilt the sway bar a while back. That was the first thing I did. I got outer tie rods, inner tie rods. I didn't do this guy. whatever it's called, I can't remember, and I know a pitman arm. Yeah, it's a pitman arm. I didn't do the pitman arm, it was tight. There's no specific play in the steering. Excusez-moi. Stuck with the original center link arm there, but I got a new, let's take a look. New pitman arm. That's the pitman arm over there, I think. I don't know. That guy's original. That guy's new. So basically, everything's brand new. I did the alignment again, and I actually learned a little more about alignment from the alignment that I was doing before. And I was probably doing it a little wrong, and that certainly wasn't helping things because, you know, you kind of got to do it right or it ain't gonna be right. So anyways, who cares? I think I got it right now. I'm pretty 99.9% sure at this point. So plan today, I just got to fit my center caps on those old, they're an American racing version of the Centerline rims. Got a good deal on them from a new friend here. Made a couple new buddies. There's a guy lives up the street. He's got like a 600 horse Camaro, like a 79 to 81 or whatever Camaro kind of deal. And he also owns like old friggin' Shelbys and all kinds of shit. Guy's like a car collector. It's just funny, you don't even know, lives right up the street. He ended up buying my daughter's car from me. And then another fellow, the one I bought these rims from, he's got like a, no shit, like a 700 horse AMX 68 or 9 or whatever AMX, just gorgeous original car. Like, motor's built right to rat shit, just a big old stroker. It's a drag car, runs on race fuel, but very cool. He's also got a Javelin, 72 Javelin, kind of similar to these. He's also got a 72 GTX, and I guess I'm going to help him put quarter panels on it, maybe a floor pan. Who knows how far we'll go. He's got a complete floor pan, but he's got it on a rotisserie, and everything's sandblasted and cleaned and ready. So wow, after doing all this on my back and the floor, that'll be a treat helping him out. So yeah, it's kind of cool, something a little different. I don't have a lot of time to help him, but I'll do what I can. So I think we can handle it. Yeah, otherwise, so yeah, I want to get this back on the ground. Like I say, I got to fit these center caps for these guys if they'll fit. If not, I'll order a pair. I only need two, because either way, I got two good ones, but and then I got those cheap ones. I got to fit them a bit. So it'll be nice to get her back on the ground, verify my alignment again, and you know, obviously this time of year we won't be trying it out, that's for sure, but we'll get there. I'll be back again, who knows when. I won't be posting this anytime soon, but there we are. That's kind of a midwinter update. That's been a lot of work, that friggin' tranny, I'll tell you. You gotta pull half the fucking valve body out of it to get to the nut on the back side of that shift shaft, right? So she's a bit of work, but anyone who's done any of these knows what I'm talking about. Not the end of the world, but sure ain't the beginning of it either. So yeah, just plugging away. Okay, here we are. Got our rims on. I am pretty happy with those. She looks good, man. Looks like a muscle car now. Way different. Just gotta do that motor work. It needs a water pump and a tensioner, but no big deal. I checked my alignment. It was off. I had to redo it. Once it was on the ground, it was different, which I knew it would be. Very cool. So one more step. I got about 3 degrees of caster on both sides, maybe 3 1/4. Looking pretty good. What it was is I actually bought 2 7-inch and where is it under here? 2 8-inch rims. They had the same offset, but the 8-inch put the rears out too far. They were an inch farther out, and these are just about where I would want them, really. Another inch kind of gave it, you know, that old 70s look, which is fine, but I don't have air shocks and all that bullshit, and I don't want to run them there. They'll push up through the floor on these Mustangs. They're known for that. I ain't having that happen, so I got 245 60s and 215 65s, and I think it has a pretty good look to it. So of course, going from those great big rims to these are probably 1.5 inch smaller tires. That's what threw my alignment off a bit. But either way, we'll see how it is come spring. Okay, I lied. I went quite a distance. Sounds good. Lots of drone as expected. Speedo's working good. About 90K. Lots of oil pressure. Great temperature, which it should be. It's -1,000,000 out here. Actually, it's only about -4, but still. Look at that, eh? Well, I gotta say, steering seems pretty good. So, yeah, you're sitting with one happy camper now. Guys for a winter drive. All I can hear is fucking salt being kicked up on the car that I spent like 1,000 hours restoring. That's how you do it. Fuck it. I had to know, was the steering gonna be good? And not to mention, folks, check out the beautiful drive that I get to do every day just coming home from work, eh? Just amazing. Beautiful. I'll tell you, New Brunswick's the most beautiful place on earth as far as I'm concerned, and I love living here. And I love driving this car now, too. Now I gotta go home and fucking spend an hour or two cleaning the fucking bottom corners of the damn thing. Well, it doesn't quite require 2 hands to drive, but I'm gonna let you guys go while I get us the rest of the way home here. Just a little more, right? What a cool old car. get in an accident holding this phone. That's just way too much. Way too much proof that I wasn't paying attention. Alright guys, see you in a bit. Well, we made it back without crashing. Gotta say, I'm pretty happy with those rims. Not particularly happy about that though. A little bit of stuff on there, but whatever. The thing was driven in the winter, I think, for multiple years. So there we are. Well, it drives good now. I can actually fucking use it when spring comes. Now I can just start looking after all the little details and bullshit that needs to be done. That thing is gorgeous. To me, anyway. I don't really care what anybody else thinks. I built this one for myself. Alright guys. We'll see you in the spring probably. New muffler sounds not bad. Still not as loud as I'd like, but I don't know. Maybe I'll change it again. Alright, see ya.